Hey, Pat Rigsby here, and I want to talk with you about something that's a very common topic I get amongst fitness professionals, and it is, are you using social media correctly? See, at this point, I feel like most business owners believe, rightfully so, that social media should be a part of their marketing mix, and not just marketing, but also their retention mix. But with that comes a lot of questions. There's a lot of uncertainty because there's just not this blueprint for exactly how you should use social media. And when people try to put together a blueprint, they take out the individuality, the ability for you to use it in the best possible way for you. So I want to talk with you about maybe the three or so steps that I take when coaching somebody to use social media effectively for their business. The first step is identifying the goals you're trying to achieve. See, so many people, when I speak with them, say, well, I need to get content out. I need to get content out. And I would tell you, getting content out is never the goal, because there's no shortage of content or information out there. You need to find a way to create engagement, to build a relationship with social media. Now, that may mean that you're disseminating information or content, but you have to do it in a way that merits somebody giving their attention to what you're sharing. See, there's so many things in today's society that are tugging at our attention, online and offline, that just sharing content, sharing a meme, sharing an informational post, it's not enough. So we have to identify what our goal is. In most cases, for a small business owner, goal number one is to attract prospective clients, and goal number two is to convert those prospective clients into actual paying clients that you're serving to help achieve their goals. So that may mean by attract, making them aware of you, making them aware of the problems that you can solve, how you can help, and then giving them a very low friction next step to move that relationship forward and give you permission to follow up with them. So that may mean liking your Facebook page, following you on Instagram, following you on Twitter. It may mean opting in for a lead magnet that you've put together, but we have to understand where we want that relationship to go. We want those people to be aware of us. We want to be aware of them. And then we move to that convert phase where we follow up and we educate them and motivate them over time by delivering things that are valuable to them, things that appeal to their self-interest, that aren't just interesting to us or aren't just meeting a content calendar saying, hey, we need to get a recipe out on this day and a meme out on that day. It has to be something that is meaningful enough to them that they continue to pay attention to us, because without attention, we never move the relationship forward enough for them to become clients. So identifying the goal would be step number one in making the most of social media. Number two is you need to play to your strengths. If you're great at writing, use channels that allow you to write more. There are plenty of social media channels out there that allow you to use that format effectively. If you're great at kind of off-the-cuff videos, there are plenty of opportunities for you to use live video to connect with people. If you are better at pre-scripted things, again, there are platforms that allow you to take the pre-scripted route to get the message across that you want to get across. But you need to play to your strengths. You need to do things that are going to be really authentic to you, because that's how people are going to decide if they want to continue to pay attention to you and ultimately have a professional relationship. See, this kind of canned one-size-fits-all approach really goes against the social aspect of social media. People are looking to social media to connect, to be entertained, to be informed, but they're not looking there to be bored. So you have to find a way that allows you to shine through and be that best version of yourself and put your best foot forward so they can give you more of their attention. Now, with that in mind, the flip side of this is you don't need to do everything. You don't need to be on every platform. You don't need to use every platform in every way that's available. I mean, there are different ways that you can use Facebook, from creating Facebook groups to doing Facebook Live, creating stories, doing static text posts, doing pre-recorded videos. There are all these different options that you have. You don't need to do them all. You need to choose a few things and commit to them. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. But don't feel like just because a channel is available doesn't make it valuable to you. And I've seen too many people water down their efforts. Let's face it, our time is this non-renewable resource. There's only so much that we can put out in a given day with all the other responsibilities on our plate, serving our current clients, dealing with the responsibilities we have outside of business. We can't do it all. So play to your strengths and do fewer things better. And that brings me to the third kind of point or foundational element of using social media well, is start with one channel and commit to being the best person in your market at that channel. I love the old Jack Welch approach when he took over as CEO for GE. He said, we're going to be one or two in a category, or we're exiting that category. We're selling off those divisions of the business. Because being on the third page of Google, being the 10th best person in your market at a particular channel, it just doesn't have value at this point. There's so many other ways that you could be investing your time better. So when you're thinking about how to do this, it would be better for you to say, okay, I'm going to be the best person in my market at Facebook Live, or I'm going to be the best person in my market at YouTube, or the best person in my market at Twitter or Instagram. Pick something and commit to that thing over time and be consistent with it. In fact, the best recommendation I could make would be commit to this thing for a minimum of 6 months where you're showing up at the appropriate frequency each week, whether that's doing a Facebook Live video literally every day, or posting 3 to YouTube videos a week, or posting on Twitter multiple times a day, or Instagram multiple times a day. Committing to an appropriate frequency on a channel so that you get good at that channel, so that people start to pay attention to you on that channel, and you get feedback from everything that you do that may not go well in the beginning, but over time goes better, because that's kind of the truth of how things work. We have to be willing to be bad at something to earn the right to be good at that thing. And the only way we're going to be able to go through that process and get to that level of being good, and maybe even the best in our respective market, is through practice. So if you want to be great at using social media as it relates to your business, I'm not talking about being a social media celebrity in general. I'm not talking about having millions of followers on YouTube or millions of followers on Facebook or Instagram. I'm saying, how do you use social media to grow your local business? Follow those 3 steps. Identify the goal that you're using it for in the first place. Play to your strengths so that you're more comfortable being consistent. And then ultimately choose a channel that plays to those strengths and you're willing to commit to doing that channel over time for a minimum of 6 months with the appropriate frequency for the channel, so you can earn the right to be the best in your market. Do those 3 things and you're going to see social media in a whole different light and as a much more valuable part of your business. Thanks for watching. If you click the first link in either the description or the link in the pinned comment, you can get my latest book, The Ideal Business Formula, for free. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button for me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll respond. And lastly, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm posting videos at least twice a week now, and if you turn on your notification bell, you'll be sure to get them all.